Cannindah Resources Limited on the ASX CAE is a progressive copper gold exploration company in Queensland. And joining me right now is Executive Chairman Tom Pickett. Hello, Tom.
How are you going?
I'm very well, thank you, and thanks for joining us. Now, you've had a drill program going this year and you've drilled a number of holes, and the most recent from last month, September, you put out the results for hole 13. Please tell us about that.
Yeah, hole 13 was another great success for us. We set out to have a look at how the strike might be extended further to the south. It headed in a southwest style direction, and that sort of provided us with a bunch of information about what might be going on in that southern section. And we pushed a little bit deeper to hunt the possibility of opening up a deeper core that might be the makings of a porphyry system. And then obviously we wanted to see what was sitting above that. We were lucky in the sense that from surface we got some interesting gold results at the start. So from 0 to 24 metres was about 2.2 grams per tonne gold, and then there was hundreds of metres of copper equivalent that occurred thereafter in the primary. So that was a fantastic result for hole 13.
Yeah, you've got quite a number of elements poking their head through there. You've got good credits in silver, and you also are finding a lot of molybdenum on the deeper side of that. But hole 13 was quite a deep hole, and it wasn't, from what I understand, it wasn't your regular hole because you've been drilling into this potential porphyry. And hole 13 seemed to go as an exploratory hole in another direction, and that also opened up the resource on the south and the southeastern or southwestern side.
Yeah, that's true. Obviously, whenever we go drilling, we look at a couple of things. Is there evidence of vectoring towards some nice grade, and will it have an effect of improving the size of the resource ultimately, or provide areas that will allow us further targets to increase the size of the resource? We do believe that we've pushed the strike out further as a result of the excellent outcome of hole 13, and certainly what's sitting above some of those nice copper zones that we've managed to drill down to from surface, that is, given that we've been looking at interesting or nice gold results up the top there. But then also, from 24 metres, once you get into the primary, there are areas that are very interesting as well. So definitely that has opened up some extra tonnage for us, and we'll be working on how that relates back to our resource modelling as that gets completed into the near future.
So we're closing in on the end of the year. What does your exploration program look like for the next 6 months?
Yeah, we've got about 6 more holes planned from here, which will do a few things. Obviously, as I said, we want to update the size of the project in totality, and that will be in a number of ways. One of which will be to continue the extension of the strike to the southern area as we have done in hole 13, but also to the north, and having a look at how the area to the northeast actually is opening up as well. There is an interesting area that we've referred to as Cannindah East that we are going to be following up probably post March of next year, and then it is investigating this porphyry style and how that might relate to a more bulk tonnage proposition. And it's sort of not just us that we're relying upon in order to make comparisons to other large porphyry systems around the world. It's us bringing in world-renowned experts that are looking at the geology and giving us very positive and effective information that allows us to vector our exploration towards that outcome. So for the next 6 months, it's very much a watch this space. We have been able to get some pretty significant runs on the board from a copper intercept perspective in our previous holes. I wouldn't expect that there's any reason to think we won't be able to continue that success in our future exploration.
No, well, there's 2 things that immediately spring to mind, because Cannindah is south of Gladstone, west of Bundaberg, in a historic copper mining area. And not only copper mining, but on the eastern side of you and on the western side of you, you've got two very large gold mines, Mount Perry and Cracker. So it's not like you're looking in the wrong place. And the other thing that is worth mentioning to people watching this video is that your exploration tenements are heavily underexplored. And so the potential over the next 6 to 12 months to really improve the size of that asset is very much on the cards.
Yeah, well, we believe it's very significant in terms of the project itself. You've got to realise that what the area we're looking at the moment, you're getting these fantastic results. I mean, hole 3, for example, was 493 metres at 1.17% copper equivalent. That's a phenomenal hole. And we were getting, over 278 metres and 400 and all these significant intercepts. But you've got to realise that this is in a relatively small proportion of the mining lease area that we hold. So we're looking at an area that is within the mining lease. So Cannindah is made up of 9 mining leases surrounded by 2 EPM areas. And within that project area, there are significant other prospects that hold very, very good gold hits and copper hits that potentially open this thing up to a much, much larger animal than what we're now seeing. So to work on the more significant area over the next few months is really what we're aiming at. Building size and scale, and as you say, we're certainly in the right region. We've got a lot of copper and gold around us. It's nice that we've been able to identify this larger play.
That's very exciting, Tom. I've been speaking with Tom Pickett, the Executive Chairman for Cannindah Resources on the ASX CAE. Go and look them up now. Tom, thanks very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.